I know Adelson, I just don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I know the name, but
Yeah.
maybe they're related.
Who knows?
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right, good to see you.
Thank you, though. So our clock is gone now.
Wait,
Yeah,
that can't be.
it's fun.
No, I'm sure it's here somewhere.
Don't be so sure.
But why?
I don't know. It's frustrating.
But I don't like it.
No, I don't
Why
like
do
it.
things keep walking away?
Like why? Why does it need to be taken away? Like who does it?
Well, good thing we're not in here tomorrow. No, it's not here.
I don't get it. No, it's like, but even tonight, like I count on it because I don't have my clock out. Last week?
On Wednesday.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So fine. I'll put this here. Okay.
Oh, if we want here, I have mine.
Yeah, I'll put that there. Oof.
Oh, someone's at my front door. Who's at my
Oh.
front door? UPS. Who UPS me something?
Ups. I don't know. This might be too loud for this crowd. For foundation, it was.
Where
What
are
happened?
we putting that in?
What do you mean? Wherever.
This is our first moment.
Where did we do it? How about,
We don't
want to do it just before, yeah, in that section?
have here, so.
In that section?
Is it still set from foundation school?
Yeah, I lowered it a lot. This morning, we had foundation school kids, and listen is not a skill that they have.
Or
Listening.
the quiet in the room at the moment is
Right.
deafening compared to.
There was no volume high enough to be heard over them. They were excited. So right now, I lowered it, but we'll see if it's not too loud. All right, that's what I'm getting at. All right, that should be good enough. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
On that note, Shabbat Shalom. It's good to be together to welcome Shabbat, especially I feel like the sun this week just gave us just enough hope that we're getting through. Time changes on Sunday. Make this your note, right?
I didn't know.
It wasn't on my calendar. Duncan wrote it on our calendar at home. But so next week when we're here, it'll be even lighter outside. But the sun was that reminder that Shabbat comes every week, but the seasons continue to change and we continue to come together. So we will be little darling.
Yeah. Did everyone get that? Here comes
The sun. I feel like sometimes you're testing my knowledge. But I won that one.
Yes.
So we will welcome each other in this space. Welcome Shabbat, being present. Shalom Aleichem, page 5.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leShalom, Malachi Ashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni leShalom, Malachi Ashalom, Malachi Elyon. Mi Melech Malchei HaMelachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. ממלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
I'll invite you in this moment to maybe turn around, and bring it closer so we can be heard better. Turn around, wave at someone. Wave hello to someone far away from you. Wave hello, say Shabbat Shalom, not just to the angels, but to each other. If you can't see it online, but it was just the most beautiful scene where everybody was looking at each other in the eyes and saying, welcome to one another, and that is what we do. We walk together throughout the week. We welcome one another at Shabbat. Lechu neranana, let us walk, let us go in this moment with joy and with song. Page 11.
לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. נריה, נריה לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו ותודה. נריה, נריה לצור אישנו, בזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה, לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. כי הם גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים, אשר בידו מחקרי הארץ, ותועפות ההרים לו. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה, לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. אשר לא הים והוא עשהו, ויבש ידיו יצרו. בואו נשתחווה ונכרע, נברכה לפני אדוני עושנו. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה, לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. כי הוא אלוהינו, ואנחנו אמר איתו, וצור ידו. היומים בקולו תשמעו. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה, לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. אל תגשו לבבכם כי מריבה, כיום מסע במדבר, אשר ניסוני אבותיכם, וחנוני גם ראו פועלי. לכו, 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 לכו נרננה, לכו, 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 לכו נרננה. ערביים שנקול ודור, ואמר תועל לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, הם בואו על מנוחתי.
Lechu, Naranana, go, let us go in this moment of praise and joy. There are 6 psalms that lead up until this moment in the Kabbalat Shabbat service. We tend to not do them all here at Neve Shalom, but each of them has a focus on the word lechu. Each of them has lechu or lech in it, with this idea that 6 days a week we go. 6 days a week we are walking, we are moving, we are pushing forward. The last word in this last psalm of the first part of Kabbalat Shabbat is on page 21, is Bashalom. We go, we go, we go. And when we sing Psalm 29, the psalm that we sing on Shabbat, we are in a place of peace, which is a beautiful commentary and understanding of the way the rabbis put Kabbalat Shabbat together. This recognition of 6 times the psalm says, go, go, go. go, go, go. That was 6. And we end in Bashalom. Let us settle into this space as a place of peace. Page 21.
כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד ירים אדוני על מים מים רבים כל אדוני וכוח כל אדוני והדר כל אדוני שובר ארזים וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון וסיריון כמו בן רמים כל אדוני חותם לעבוד אש כל אדוני יכין מדבר יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש כל אדוני יכול לילות ויחשוף יערות ובהיכלו לא מרכבות אדוני על המבול ישב וישב אדוני מלך לעולם אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום איי 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 איי
I gave beautiful Torah about the 6 Psalms, and then we stop and we get to Shalom. And what did the rabbis do? If you turn to page 23, you'll see that the next tefillah, the next prayer is Lech Chadodi, go again. So why do they have this imbalance, right? They did this beautiful job of creating that parentheses, that space, and then we have the going. And the tradition or the reasoning is that you don't just come to peace by walking all week and bam, right? Does anyone have that experience? I'm very bad at getting into the zone of peace. It takes a lot of work. So the idea was they ended with the word bashalom, with this idea that if you start in that place of shalom, and then you take the few steps, the calm steps, into greeting Shabbat, that's how you end up in that final place. And I find that to be really beautiful and smart framing as someone who very easily does not meditate or come to the peaceful moment. My bedtime routine would tell you it takes 2 hours. Just to fall, that's not skincare, that's falling asleep. That is what they understood back then, was that it takes work to arrive in a moment and then to settle in. And so this lecha dodi, come my beloved, is walking actually in this joyful, contented space into Shabbat, this place of peace. Page 23, we'll do the first two stanzas out loud and then turn to page 25 for the last two stanzas. When we get to that last stanza, I'll invite you to rise as you're able and turn towards the door to really welcome Shabbat.
Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrakala bene Shabbat nekabela shamor vezachor bediburecha dishmi anu elam meyuchad Adonai echad ushemo echad leshem utiferet velitila lecha dodi likrakala bene Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrakala Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lecho ונלחקים מקור המרחה מראש מקדם נסוך סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקרקלה בני Shabbat נקבלה לך דודי לקרקלה בני Shabbat נקבלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני Shabbat נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יד איש בן פצי ונשמחה ונגילה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני Shabbat נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני Shabbat נקבלה Shabbat shalom Shabbat shalom Shabbat shalom ומבורך.
You may be seated. In this moment of Kabbalat Shabbat, we often add the names of those who passed away this week and welcome their families because we recognize Shabbat as a communal time, a way that we come together, all of us, siblings, in grief and in joy, and in this moment each week. And so in this moment this week, we have no family in our midst to welcome, though we know that this week the funeral of Ohad Yachlomi, who was taken hostage and murdered in Gaza, was buried. His family is a part of our greater Portland community. His niece teaches in our Aliyah program. In this moment, to recognize that, we'll turn to the words of Achinu, which you can find on your handout for this evening, praying that each and every Jew, each and every brother and sister of Am Yisrael will come from distress to relief, from darkness to light, speedily and quickly in our day.
Achenu kol bet Yisrael, Achenu kol bet Yisrael, הנתונים בצרה ובשביה, העומדים בין בים ובין ביבשה. אחינו כל בית ישראל, אחינו כל בית ישראל, הנתונים בצרה ובשביה, העומדים בין בים ובין ביבשה. המקום ירחם עליהם, ויוציאם מצרה לרווחה, ומאפלה לאורה, ומשיבור לגאולה, שתה בגלה ובזמן קריב. המקום ירחם עליהם, ויוציאם מצרה לרווחה, ומאפלה לאורה, ומשיבור לגאולה, שתה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ובזמן קריב, ונאמר amen.
May it be quickly and swiftly and in our time that we know a world where Shabbat can be a place of rest for all humanity. May this be the work that we do to create a wonderful world. Page 27.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, טוב להודות לאדוני, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות, טוב להודות לאדוני. עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור, כי שימחתני אדוני בפעולך, במעשה ידיך רנן. טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני. ישפר לא ידע, עושים לי בן אדם יכוח לשם מועצה. אדוני, נבחר לי בני, ותרם בלעתי בשם. ישורי וכמלאים תשמענה אוזני. צדיק אתה מר יפרח, כארז בלבנון, יזכה שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו, עוד ינובון בשבע, דשנים ורעננים יהיו להגיד, כי ישר אדוני צורי, ולא עוולה תבוא, אדוני מלאכי ולבש. עדותיך נמנו מאוד לביתך נא בקודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
Shakach. Shabbat Shalom. I'm wondering if there's anyone else in our congregation that startles easily. I'm seeing, I see pointing, I see some hands. Okay. I didn't think I startled easily. In fact, I have what we refer to as mom ears. I can hear ridiculous quiet sounds. Anyone else know that? Yeah. Like you can pick up a baby crying or something else happening or a voice. Partly, I think, because my office here, for the longest time, I had my back to the door. So I became attuned to footsteps. I could tell who was coming based on the way that they walk. But there's one exception to that makes me startle easily. And that is when I'm at home doing something and Duncan, my husband, comes into a room. I don't know why. But he's had to start snapping when he's approaching because I see some familiarity happening around. Oh yeah, right? Like, I don't know where it came from, but there's something that happens and I can't hear him coming into the room. I can hear my children calling from anywhere, but for some reason, when he walks into the house or into a room, if I'm not looking up, he has to snap. It's gotten actually to the point where snapping is sometimes not quite enough. We've just had to prepare for me to jump. And okay, you're here, it's just you. It turns out that his natural instinct to start snapping or making a noise so that I won't startle is actually straight from the Torah and from our Torah portion this week. We read from Parshat Tetzaveh, which details the specific clothing that the priests and those close to the priest are supposed to wear. There's this special outfit that the priest is supposed to put on that distinguishes them from others. And they only wear this when they are in service to God. So these clothes are meant to tell us it's this specific moment and add an aura to these sacred duties that they are there to perform. And because they're only supposed to be worn for this specific time, God gives really special instructions about who's supposed to make them and what exactly goes on each of these garments. As Aaron is given directions for the clothing to wear when he enters the Holy of Holies, the Torah is explicit this week that he is supposed to put bells on. Aaron must wear bells. They're attached to his outfit. And while it seems clear that bells are there for this auditory function, the question is, why would it be necessary? If Aaron is the high priest, and Aaron is given directions to go into this particular space in a specific time, why does he need warning bells? If God is all-knowing, isn't it weird that God wouldn't know Aaron was coming? I have to imagine if I can hear a sound of my own kid from wherever, God has better ears than we have. I'd like to think that. So why does Aaron have to wear bells in that moment? The common interpretation that we receive for these bells is that they're a general act of courtesy and respect. So first, no one, not even God, should be startled when someone walks into a space. I guess that tracks. Even if God gave the time, maybe God takes naps. I don't know. The bells are there to remind. Second, the bells serve this purpose of announcing oneself. And by announcing yourself, it's a way of expressing kindness through greeting. To walk into a space head down and just sitting down doesn't acknowledge others that may be in that space and doesn't acknowledge you yourself, that you have entered and that others should see you. And so by requiring that Aaron wears bells on these special garments, it's the Torah's way of modeling that we don't do that, just Aaron for God, but also so that those outside can hear as well what's happening. The Torah portion is telling us that greeting is a two-way street, that it is upon the person who is entering to make themselves known. That doesn't mean you need a theme song entrance every time, like when you're going up to bat at a sporting event. But it does mean that when you walk into a room, it's both on you to introduce yourself and someone else to also see you and to greet you. So in my own marriage, Duncan learned that simple snapping, or at this point stomping his feet and probably yelling from the other room, is a way of honoring me, or at least me knowing that he's trying to not startle me. Our Torah this week reminds us, just like the high priest, that bells are there not for the expectation that we are seen, but as an acknowledgement of each and every one of our presence. And in a world where we're so often tuned out or have earbuds in or are not really fully focused, our Torah portion asks us to do the work, to attune ourselves to looking up, to listening in, and seeing one another. And when we do that work, when we are aware and present, that's when we don't need a mishkan, that sacred, holy dwelling space. Our entire world can become the Holy of Holies. May we listen to one another. May we see each other. May we respond to each other. And may our world turn into that most sacred space. Shabbat shalom. It's like he got a haircut. It's like he knew I was talking about the kids. And I didn't even put bells on. We will continue to welcome one another as we turn to page 39a for the Baruch, which is this moment of welcoming each other in prayer after we've welcomed in the spirit of Shabbat. We rise as we're able.
Baruch Adonai Melech haolam.
You may be seated.
מעביר יום מביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו, לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב הערבים.
Page 40, Ahavat Olam.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה 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 ומצוות, חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. תורה 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 ומצוות, חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, נשיח בחוקיך. תורה 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 ומצוות, חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. תורה 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 ומצוות, חוקים חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 41.
שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיה אם שמעו את ישמעו ושדה ישר אנוכי יוצא אתכם מאהבה. ושמתם דברי אלי. זו בדרך שלנו, אני בואי מחמיא על שם. ויאמר אדוני שלנו, דבר בן ישראל מתי, ציצית. זו אם תזכרו וזה מושת. נאי אלוהיכם. אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
We turn to page 44, the words, Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, who is like you, O God, this space of wonder and amazement that can be present when we are attuned to our world.
ומלכותו ברצון, כי מרו עליהם משה ומרים בני ישראל, לכנו שירה בשמחה רבה, ואמרו כולם, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורת אילות, אוסף אלה מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה, זה לי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, יפדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל.
God, let us all lie down in peace in the midst of our mad world. Page 45, Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, 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 ותקננו בעצה טובה לפניך, לפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בעדנו, יסר מעלינו אויב דבר וחרב, ורע ויגון נשכיבנו לשלום, שלום. והסר שטן מלפנינו, לפנינו, לפנינו, ומאחרינו, אחרינו, אחרינו, ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, 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 כי אל שומרנו, 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 ומצילנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה, השכיבנו, השכיבנו לשלום, שלום. ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו וכל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
We rise for Vishamru, page 46.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבה ויהי נפש. יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה, ועל מה דיברה קירותה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן. ישמר רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמך דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן.
The individual private Amidah for Shabbat evening, pages 47 through 52.
יהיו לרצון נמרפי, והגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני צורי וגואלי, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן.
It's Simcha Shabbat. It makes you happy. Because it makes you happy. Sorry. It makes us happy to have Simcha Shabbat. We need goodness in our world. If you are here for Simcha Shabbat, a birthday in the month of March, an anniversary in the month of March, something good in the month of March, we want to invite you to come on up. Oh, you've been outed. When your daughter says you gotta go, you gotta come. All right. Ah.
Why? Does anyone know why I'm doing this one?
Hurrah. Hurrah. Hurrah.
Let's go marching.
By one.
March.
The march. Because
All
the
right.
month,
The month is March.
yeah.
You had to be there.
They marched forth already, so we are here, simchaing in this moment. Well, first we'll sing Shehachianu, and I mean, I can do it. Oh, Yevarechecha first.
Yeah, yes,
Okay, we'll bless you first and then do Shehachianu. That's fine.
Adonai ve'yishmerecha ken yehi ratzon Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka ken yehi ratzon Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom ken yehi ratzon
And we're celebrating a birthday and another birthday. Combined,
What's-
you're 25. In this moment, we say, I want to be close to, you guys are over there and I have to be over here. There you go. We bless you. May God bless you and protect you. May God smile upon you and be kind to you. May you feel lifted up and know that you always have a place of peace. With gratitude for this moment that we've arrived, another birthday, another moment to celebrate and add joy into our world. Shehachianu, we have arrived in this moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
May we continue to have moments of joy to celebrate together. We'll turn to Kaddish Shalem on page 54.
יתגדל וקדש שמך רבה, ועל מה דיברה כאילו תבמך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בזמן קריב מרו, אמן. יש מרבה מברך, לעלמון על מי על מאיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמחתי קודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ומרו אמן תתקבל צלות האור ובאותות כל ישראל קודם אבוהון דבשמיא מרו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וכם עלינו וכל ישראל מרו אמן עושה שלום ממרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו וכל ישראל וכל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
We rise for Kiddush, page 55. Safri. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reshit ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kitashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai. Comment about, oh, it's grapey, because it is, it's grape juice. But as I was preparing, and it's different every week, as I was preparing for Shabbat, I saw a note, one of the accountings that has come out of those who were held and are now freed as hostages in Gaza, and it said that Omer, I think it was Omer Shem Tov, one of the Omers that came back, apparently when he was in Gaza, he had one small bottle of grape juice, and he managed to keep it for 5 months, and every Friday, he would use they called it like the oil lamp, like for Hanukkah, that he would open it and make the bracha and make kiddush. And I read that, and it doesn't seem so silly to say it's grapey this week in the context of how this grape juice, this bracha, this moment that we all just shared is a testament to our time. It's on my mind in that moment of gratitude that we can aleinu l'shabeach, we can bring joy and praise to the world, and we can't forget that second paragraph on page 57, l'taken olam b'malchut shaddai, that there is work to do to create a world that is worthy of the joy of grape juice, the rest of Shabbat. Page 56, aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת קדונה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שד השמיים ויוסד הארץ. על כן יקבל חסד אלוהינו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. I've been asked for the last week why the yahrzeit list is so long right now. It's time of year, but it's not what you think. If you know the Jewish calendar, you know that 7 times in 19 years we have a leap year. Adar, the month that we started last Shabbat, is the month that some years we add a second month. And so because of that, the list is longer, because this is not a leap year, so we only have 1 month of Adar. So I've been asked a number of times, enough to warrant the comment that it's nothing to do with something that happened and more to do with our calendar, which is that cycle that we go through of remembrance. In recent weeks, we were saddened to learn of the passings of Selwyn Harry Robinson, Sue Schwartz, Stanley Hodes, and Craig Ackerson. In the coming week, the Yortzites will observe as a congregation are on the back of our handout for this Shabbat. Additionally, if you're here tonight observing a Yortzeit, we'd like to invite you to rise and share the name of your loved one that you're honoring this evening with our congregation. Steve? Sharon? All those in mourning or observing a Yortzeit are invited to rise at this time and join with us in the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yitz Kadal v'yitz Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Leolam Omei Omaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'halal Shmei Dekudesha B'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. May their memories always be for a blessing. Shabbat shalom again. Tomorrow morning, services begin at 9:30 in the main sanctuary. We're delighted to celebrate with Iris Simpson, granddaughter of Priscilla and Tony Kostner, for her bat mitzvah. In addition, at 9:30 in Zidel Chapel, we've got downstairs minyan. At 12:30, Women's Torah study is happening. Moving forward this coming week, it appears that there's a holiday. Oh, that is correct. It is Purim. Purim is coming. Purim will be here this coming Thursday night and Friday morning. Thursday night, Megillah reading begins at 6:45. From 4 to 6, we have a carnival. If you want to help out at the carnival games for the littles, we're always looking for older humans to help out and partake in that joy. Dinner is at 6 p.m. Registration is currently closed, but if you forgot to register and still want to come, we're having a taco bar. It's going to be great. Dinner, you can call the office and see if there's still room for you. There are a few extra spots, I've heard. We're having a magical Megillah. There will be a magician, a magician that does adult and kid tricks. He's Luke is his name. He's wonderful. Additionally, if you've read your email, there are a number of programs coming up. We are collecting items and food for Southwest Hope as a part of Neighborhood House. So we're collecting for Neighborhood House for their food bank in addition to our own food bank. And there's a lot that's happening. Of note, you may have noticed in your email inbox today, we're going to Portugal. Not until 2026. but April 20th through 30th, 2026, we do have to book it now. We will be taking a congregational trip to Portugal. The connection of Neve Shalom to Portugal, other than the fact that who doesn't want to go visit, is that actually Rabbi Stamfer led the first Shabbat service in 500 years in Belmonte in Portugal, and we will be spending Shabbat in Belmonte as well, in connection to Rabbi Stamfer and our own connection to the crypto Jews. It'll be a 10 days of wonder and travel, so check that out. And then the last one, we have this coming next week. If you are looking for new books to read, any purchases March 20th through 23rd at Annie Bloom's in the Village, a percentage of those proceeds will, 15%, come back to Neve Shalom. So if you're looking for reads, don't go buy anywhere else. Wait and go March 20th through 23rd. Annie Bloom's, support a local business and support Neve Shalom. Two birds with one scone, as it were.
I had a pun, but that one was butter.
Oh.
Hers was better. It really was.
And this is why we brought in a magician.
Sorry. Better than boo was a comment over here. It was so crummy.
Oh, and that's why we're bringing in the professional magician for Purim, because that's as punny as we get. We will conclude this evening with Yigdal.
I'm make a change
You're changing.
Normally, we like to do Yigdal. Last week or 2 weeks ago, there was a request for Adon Olam instead. I don't always take requests.
I heard a yes out
we'll do
there.
it
Okay.
Tonight. So page 200 and?
Page 211, Adon Olam. Following that, we'll make Hamotzi, and then there's cake because it's Simcha Shabbat.
I love the yes. You don't get that for like, and our favorite prayer tonight is.
Should happen after my drop.
Well, or anything I sang, but okay. All right.
Anticipatory.
That's right. That's right. Here we go. I can't fix this. Adon Olam. You have to answer me. Adon Olam. Asher Malach. But try to be on key. Adon Olam. Asher Malach. בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא הווה והוא יהיה בתפארה אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא והוא אחד ואין שני להמשיל לו להכבירה בלי ראשית בלי תכלית ולא העוז והמשרה אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי בצרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנוסי ויום אקרא אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נשא וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא וידו אף כדרוכי בתישן בעיירה Is that where I am? ועם רוחי גווייתי אדוני לי ולא יירא, אדון עולם אשר מלך, בטרם כל יציר נברא, לחפצו כל. אזי מלך, אזי מלך, אזי מלך, שמו נקרא.
ציוונו על נטילת ידיים. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Come get some challah.
And cake.
Okay. Yeah, too, as well. Like café.
It does, and you know what? I had it in my head and then it wasn't on my sheets. I thought about it today. I said, oh, don't forget, make sure you mention it. We'll do a big thing for Purim. We should have it after the thing. Yeah. Because on Purim, people can use their phones. Yeah.
Hear me out.
Thanks. I think the guitar.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
A pedal board like your fellow Canadian Getty has.
Getty. Oh, yes.
And that way you could have like a cymbal choke here
Nice.
and the start to subdivisions here. I mean, you could have it all
Nice.
just right there on a
I
pedal.
like how you think. I like how you think.
I'm just saying, the technology, sir.
They are right.
exists.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Yes. As somebody who startles, I appreciate it all. Only when someone walks into a room and I'm not expecting them, and really only my husband. That's the only time I startle.
How does he feel about it?
He just can't win because he continues to snap, and then I don't hear the snapping anymore.
I can get you like a cat collar
No, I
with a
hear
bell
my
on
dog. I hear my dog regularly. It's just the humans.
it. We could get him squeaky shoes.
Then I would know he's coming.
Unless you're one of those families that parks the shoes at the front door.
It depends on the day. I will be. I usually have her done. I don't have them on tonight. I love her earrings.
Me too. I'm actually seeing her tomorrow. One of our friends invited us to her ultrasound. We're gonna see the baby ultrasound, and then we're going to a grief workshop at 4.
Amazing. So I always say hi.
No.
I wear hers all the time. They're my favorite.
I saw that you put them in
I did.
Ben Stiller at the White House.
I'm telling you, like, this is a rare moment because I didn't want them to compete with the necklace, but I wear her earrings all the time. They're my favorite.
They're so lightweight.
That's why I love them, and they don't fall out, and I'm not worried they're gonna get stuck on things.
I'm so proud of her. She really has like all of her market stuff on her already.
Well, I love them, and I'm happy to see you. Shabbat shalom. Woohoo. Shabbat shalom.